Where is Waldo Stadium? Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is the home of the Western Michigan Broncos, and the fans have been eager for this showdown for a while. Today, two teams set to square off in a MAC slugfest. As we'll see, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and we'll be underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Broncos offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where...
And he breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Apparently, line number one on the game plan, attack. Now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
First down here for the offense. Quick release by the QB. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Hand off from the shotgun. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Back to throw, it's Burgess. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They try to pop a run on the draw. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback in.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they got him for the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work as well.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Buys a little extra time. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. The sweet feet buy a little time. Finds a crease at the 20. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Hands it off. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Hobbs. Working that left side now. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The handoff as they run the counter play here. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide open downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got enough for the first. Afterburners coming. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Back to throw, it's Burgess. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. At the 40, there he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Ready to fire from the pistol. To the air, it's Hobbs. Unleashes one. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly what...
He'll take a shot. He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he knows it's his way into the end zone.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. To the air, it's Burgess. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Leaves it with the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Steps away to find some room. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. On 1st and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Hawaii.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield.
We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Hobbs. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch, called for and made. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Got his man in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Comes out throwing on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's another first down.
Looking to move it through the air. He makes the connection.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Presley. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looking downfield, it's Burgess. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. A little over 20 seconds to play in the half as they take it on 1st and 10. Got out of trouble and throws. Back open in the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Good enough for
He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Waldo Stadium.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots?
All kinds of running room. At the 30. He's at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
The Bulldogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. To the ground with the back. Runs through the tackle. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. The Broncos are in the hurry-up. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Hobbs. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll down this punt just inside the 40-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top, using the quick game. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Coming after it. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
They'll give it to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Burgess. Fires to the wideout. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. And the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Hawaii. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Broncos decide to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Burgess. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. The give to the lone running back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Dances away. He's going to take off. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. It'll be a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll bring it back. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. He's got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Looking for a man. It's Hobbs. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Drive and let it rip. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Going up top on 1st down. Got his man. Turns it on in midfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hobbs. They'll run the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. This feels like... territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Turns it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Handoff to the lone back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. At midfield, he's got room. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And the pummeling has started.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
59, Western Michigan, 14.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. On the run, fires downfield. Working that left side. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hobbs. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Looking to throw, it's Hobbs. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's a first down.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Stills. And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the first down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Leaves it with the running back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Handoff to the single back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin him back deep in their own end. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix on offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.